Hey guys, I'm out here enjoying some beautiful sunshine today. I hope you guys get outside and enjoy it too before it's gone, because it's going to be gone again quick. Alright, so today we're going to talk about gardening. Gardening is very important usually this time of the year in the Great Northeast because we get to grow our own food. I grow my own food every year for the past probably about 5 years, and each year I add more and more into my garden. My husband, matter of fact, had to extend the size of my garden times 10 for all the stuff that I want to grow. So right here I already have some starter plants I started a few weeks ago, because sometimes you have to, if you want your seedlings, get seedlings this time of the year, you need to start them back in like February. Yeah, who wants to plant in February, huh? And think about your garden? Well, people like me do, because we want our own seedlings. So this year I did something different. I actually took seeds from some of my vegetables from last year, like tomatoes, and I dried them and wrapped them up myself to grow my own tomato plants. Instead of me going to buy the store ones or getting the packaged ones. And that way I know where my seeds are coming from. So I started off with my tomato plants. Here, this one here is a tomato plant. My seedling. Here's another one. It's a different kind of tomato plant. I grow two kinds. I grow the Roma and the Sausalito tomato plants because I use them to make sauce. There's other kinds of tomato plants. If you like tomatoes, there's all kinds like beefsteaks, everything else. They're really good to chop up, put in salads, or put on a sandwich. Yum. Alright, so let's talk about gardening. If you want to start your growing tomato plants, you can do one or two things. It's not too late to start seedlings right now. To grow your own seeds. It'll just be a little later, or they'll grow quickly, or you can go out to the farmer's market or to a garden place and get a bunch of seedlings that are already started. You could do one or two things with tomato plants. You can actually pot them in a bigger pot and grow them in containers, or you can plant them into the ground. I grow them in the ground because I have a big spot in the back for my garden. And this year I have planted too many tomato plants. I believe I have actually 18 seedlings to plant this year, which is going to produce a lot of tomatoes. If you're just a normal person, don't need too many tomatoes, one or two plants tops. Don't grow anymore because you'll have so many you won't know what to do with. Alright, so first of all, you could do one or two things. You could start your tomatoes in a small container like this, which is called a starter pack. This one's got 6 on it. I have another one that they're a little bit bigger and has more squares. I think 3, 6, 9, 12. So this one's a 12 pack. I actually like to start, if I'm going to do tomatoes, I prefer to do them in bigger containers like this. That way you don't have to transplant them if it's too early, or you can't put them outside because it's either too wet or too cold out yet. Like these are usually only used for like flowers and stuff, because when you want to do vegetables, you want to just do them in one container. That way you don't have to transplant them into another container, or they'll get root rot. And root rot is something that they grow in something too small, and then the roots start to decay and kill the plant. Well, you don't want to do that, so you got to have lots and lots of room. All right, so what I did was fill my one container up with dirt. So if you can find one of these size containers, I have no idea what size it is, but it's a good size. You can fill them up. You gotta get your seeds out. I believe I have, if you want to look really, really carefully, guys, I'll try to show you. There's all the seeds that I saved from last year. Trust me, it doesn't look like a lot, but it is a lot. And you only need to put 1, maybe 2 seeds in a pot size, because sometimes 2 seeds might be a little bit better, because then once you see them growing, one might be weaker than the other, and you just pull one out and let the stronger one go. And sometimes seeds don't take, and you might need to plant another. So I have the 2 tiny seeds I'm going to plant in my container. You make a little hole with your finger, plop the seed down, cover it up with soil, and then very important, you need to water them. Using a spray bottle is a lot easier to water your plants, because then you're not overwatering them, and you can control how much water is going in the plant. So make sure you get it quite a bit wet on top and let it soak in. Put it by a nice bright window and wait to see what it grows. Usually in about a week, maybe a little bit longer, about 7 to 10 days, you start to see a little bit of a seedling starting to pop up. It's growing out, and you just got to make sure you keep your soil moist. Sometimes if you don't have a really good sunny window, you can put a piece of saran wrap plastic over it to give it to like its own little greenhouse effect, so the moisture stays in and it can get some heat to grow a little bit better. I have a little greenhouse in my house this year. My husband bought it for me for my birthday so I could grow all my plants. And what you see here, guys, is only a quarter of what I have growing. But that's okay because I like to grow plants. So if you have any questions, you know who to contact, me, Janna, and we'll watch our plants as they grow. And as I'm showing you my tomato plants, my next step is going to be putting them into the ground when I can actually do that. Today might be beautiful, but tomorrow they're calling for snow again. Yes, in May, snow. Will it ever go away? Probably not. I don't know. I'm tired of it. I'm sure you guys are too. So then after my next step about growing tomatoes, we're going to watch my tomato plants grow throughout the season. And then I'm going to show you guys at the end of the season when they get to be nice and ripe and get ready to pick. We're going to pick them, and then I'm going to show you guys how I turn my tomatoes into sauce. Now that would be really cool because I get to use a fun gadget that grinds them all up and juices all the juice out of the tomatoes. It'll be fun. So stay tuned and keep watching to see how my plants are growing and see how many vegetables I get this year. Take care, guys.